Hi, it's September 22nd, 2018. It's episode 3 of season 2 of Cooking with Coach Rob. Today we're not actually cooking anything. We're going to show you a bit of a tour of some of the stuff I use in the kitchen here. I got this a couple of weeks ago. I haven't really used it yet. It's your standard miniature kitchen scale, right? So we'll be using that in future episodes. And maybe the next episode we're going to cook some donuts. And this is by Wilton. It's a cake donut pan where you actually bake donuts in the oven. And in this case it's a Kenmore oven. So we got a couple of those. And what I recently picked up this morning is the viewer of the episode of the onions pointed out to me that when I'm using my non-stick pan, which is right here, we should use a pair of tongs. So thank you for pointing it out to me. You're absolutely right. This is started to pit. No, that's just a bit of dirt on there. Anyway, so I got 2 pairs of these today, and this is good though, because these are the Rama design, right? So it's important to know that. And I got 2 pair. They're from the dollar store, but like since we're not working in a professional kitchen, that's totally fine. And I got another mini non-stick flipper for the same purpose, right? I have a much bigger ones over there. We'll get to those in a sec. And to make the cakes, instead of using 2 round ones, I picked up the standard 13x9 baking pan by Betty Crocker. Not to be confused with Betty Boop, because I know some people get the 2 mixed up. Betty Boop's the cartoon character, but Betty Crocker's the baker. And then we're going to go to one of the drawers here, and what we're going to do is we're just going to move our kitchen cart in a bit, and we're going to open up the drawer, and we'll show you what we have in here. I have the measuring teaspoons, right, from 1 tablespoon right down to 1 tablespoon, 1 teaspoon, 1/2. So we got all these ones here, right down to 1/4. We got a couple of the bottle beer openers, so we'll put those there. We got one of my favorite pieces in the whole kitchen. This is a knife my mom and dad had, and it's a bread knife, and this has been in the family since the 70s, or probably even further. So that's kind of a neat thing. We have a pizza cutter here, and I'll tell you a story. One time, me and Shannon and Sue McGinnis, and you know Sue McGinnis from our previous episode, right? She's one of the top dishwashers in the country. She's currently working for us at the Bay. This screw came off, so we had to fix it mid-flight. We have a hand can opener, right? This is just a cheaper one, but it works good for when you're doing your tins of soup and stuff. We have a whisk. We have a couple more of these somewhere. In here we have a spoon for stirring that has holes in it, which is good. I have a couple professional grade measuring cups. This is a 1/4 teaspoon, and this here is kind of made by Volrath, and it's 2 tablespoons. It's kind of unique what you find at the second-hand stores. But don't confuse that with Coleman Volrath, the former goalie of the Royals. It has nothing to do. It just happens to be the same name.
Ask you.
Because a lot of people would think, oh, did he get into making spoons? No. In here we have a spatula for, you could probably use it for whatever your mind can think of, like. We have a mini flipper, right? We have a spreader for margarine or condiments. It's got the serration on, so that's good. We have a pie flipper too, a pie scooper. So we'll put that. We'll just continue on there when we put this stuff away here. It's no problem to keep filming. So that goes there. We got our pizza cutter. We got that. We have your standard twist ties for twisting things together. So we're going to close that. Right here, let's move along over here before we do the next drawer. We have a Sony under the cabinet radio. And I actually picked it up in Chilliwack at a Salvation Army there back in August of 2018. That was like $4. And it works perfectly. We mounted it underneath the cabinet with the screws and it's plugged in behind the fridge. We have a rival toaster oven here. I use it once in a while, not that often. We have the rival deep fryer here, but you've seen that before in many episodes, right? It's pretty safe to use. Whoa. Whoops. Over here we have also made by Betty Crocker, a 2-slice toaster, right? We have a professional grade grater that I picked up at one of the second-hand stores, which we use once in a while. And here we have from this part here is from IKEA in Richmond. We got that a couple years ago. We have a much bigger flipper with the holes in, and for the burgers, so I have 3 of these they were at Walmart, right? And we have a professional quality one as well, right? And these would be used on the Hamilton Beach Grill that you've seen in a couple episodes. So that's one of the neat things that I bought, is we can't have barbecues here, and it's got a pull-out drip tray. So that's kind of unique. And maybe since we're on this side of the room, we have another area here where we have a couple more flippers and stuff. And there's actually a pair of tongs I forgot that I had. So they're there, right? And these things are kind of neat. It's for when you're cooking or making a pie or something, and if you had a spoon out that you want to use again, you just lay it on that so it doesn't get all messed up. And do I have another one? No, that's your soup ladle, right? Oh, I do have 2 of these, right? Yeah. And in here, we have yet another little flipper. Now this guy, when he gets older, he'll grow. This probably is only about 2 years old, but it will grow to as big as these other ones. Like, so that's in there. And in the corner here, we got another one of these. This one came from over here, didn't it, or no? No. This one was over here, right?
Yeah.
Okay, that one goes back there. In here, there's another one with various things. We got a couple of soup ladles, right? A mixing spoon and for your pastas and stuff, and a pair of tongs. And in the corner there we have an Ostersizer blender and a Black & Decker mixer that has the 2-size bowls that will feature another episode. We have a KitchenAid knife set here. Then going back to this corner here, we don't really need to see that, that's your standard pizza pan. But in here we have an Ironman Canada deco on an old bread box. I don't keep bread in it, but I do keep its various like lids and stuff for the pots, right? So that's what's there. And in this corner here, we'll bring it out. There's another, I'll just put this back over here. There's another one with more with whisks. You got a potato masher, and for the fish and chips in the fryer. That's pretty neat. And there's another unique one too. It's kind of useful for certain things. So what we're going to do now is we're still going to continue filming. Where was this one? Pause. Let's take a break for a sec.
You're on.
Hi, we paused for a sec there because it does go back there. Now we're going to go through this drawer here and show you what's in here. Either some cookie cutters I bought or cookie molds that I bought a year ago on eBay, but they're way too small, so they're pretty much useless. So we have them anyway. Here we have another one of those things that you put on your counter when you're making baking or something. You could put rest a spoon in it. So that's kind of neat to have. We have 2 kitchen tools here from the Good Kitchen Assistant. Right now these are crucial. It's almost a must-have. You start to separate whites from the eggs. Whoa. And we have some sort of gasket for something, or some sort of belt. Who knows what that's from, but it's there. Yeah, I've actually got a couple of these from work. These are for making egg sandwiches. You put that carefully in the pan, but you couldn't really use it in a non-stick pan. You'd have to use the other kind of pan, right? So we don't use them at work anymore, so the boss said get rid of them. I don't want to see them. Like, so we have an egg cutter here to cut your eggs when you make your deviled eggs. We have another set of those measuring cups, right? It's kind of handy to have like a couple sets, because if you are making like multiple things, it saves you from washing them. Because I do have a dishwasher, you stick it in the dishwasher, so I have 2 of those. I have a miniature cheese grater if you want to just make some mini cheese, a bit of cheese. We have another spatula here. I'll show you, this is great. This is one of my good friends, Bill Taylor. We'll give him full name credit. Bill Taylor had worked with us at the Bay, and he's one of the main guys that got me to do what I do now. He bought me this a couple years ago for a housewarming. It's a professional quality knife. I use it from time to time, so that's good to have that. We got another opener for the wine. I don't drink much wine, but we got it here. We got another smasher for smashing things. Not people though, no potatoes. Never use that on a person. So we have trois nice screw scoops, and of course obviously they're from work too. They probably came from the era when we moved from the old bay to the new location, that the boss then said, like, this stuff you guys, it's all on the counter. I want it gone by the day. I don't care if you take it home or throw it out, but it's got to be gone. Right, so that's how I got those. Because if you were to buy these in the store, they'd probably be like 20 bucks, like good quality ones like that. Then in here we got, same thing with a spoon, that's where that would have come from. Right? And we have 3 sets of 3 of these guys for icing cakes. Right?
Yeah.
We got for peeling potatoes. Right? Then we have here another potato peeler, a miniature funnel, right? This is a measuring cup, and this probably came from the ambulance one time. They were here a couple of years ago. I had some chest pains. They gave me some medicine. I don't know why I kept that, but that's still there. So thank you, BC Ambulance Service, for that. And this is kind of cool. I made this in grade 8. And you're wondering what this is for. So we're going to take a quick pause and show you what this does. As we continue on here, I got, this is for my dad. Like, he's used this all the time when he was cutting the beef. Because the idea is, like, you hold it with the beef, then you're cutting, right? And say you're cutting with a knife, right? It can't slip and come back at you, I guess is why that's there, like. Right, because you cut on that side, it can't. Well, it's like when you pull it back. But anyway, I think that's why that's there. And this is, I'm sure you guys have seen these before. This is when you open a bottle of wine. Like, you put that in and you put it on the cap. Then it's just easier to pour. And this is an item, some of you will know what it is, but some won't. This is for the Corningware. Right, like you stick it on the end of the Corningware container. Or Corningware
dish.
Yeah, thanks, Shannon. And it makes a handle. And these knives here, I don't need to open them up, but I'm pretty sure I don't need to open it up, but I'm pretty sure 2013, the year we went to the P&E with Kaylee and Sue McGinnis, there was a guy demoing these, and I think we bought them, or it could have been a deal where you got 2 sets for like 25 bucks, and I think I teamed up with somebody else that was there, and said, well, wait a minute, why don't we go in together for $12.50 each, and we each get a set, and whoever it was, I think, said that was good. So I think that's how I got that. I'm not 100% sure. So what we're going to do now is, since we're still rolling, this here, I made this in grade 8, right? And this is for, you probably figured it out now. Whoops. When your oven is on, when it's on hot, you use this part here to pull out the rack.
Cool.
Then you use that to push it in. And I've had that since grade 8. It was Mr. Roger Conrad, one of the all-time great teachers at Lambrick School. He got us to make that, so thank you, Mr. Conrad. If you're still, well, I know you're still around, but if you happen to be watching this, so I still have it. And that was 1984, 85 I made it in your class. So that is still great. And he taught at Lambrick from 76 to the 2000s, like well into the 2010s. So what we're going to do now is we're just quickly show you this area here. Like, we don't need to go too in depth over here on this side here. That's where I have some of my food, right? That's where I keep all my food. And we got the Worcestershire sauce the other day. Somebody on YouTube was big into that, so we got that. So we don't need to go through all the food or anything like that. Over here, there's another cupboard where I keep the stuff like the oven spray, and we got our measuring cups that you've seen in a few episodes. Up here, I will bring this down. This is kind of unique. I did pick up these on. Actually, I found these on the side of the street, on the side of the road, if you can believe that. A couple of weeks ago, there was somebody having a garage sale, and they had some remnants, and they had a box of free stuff. So these gingerbread ones I'll probably use. These ones have a little bit of rust on. I can probably wash it up, but I did clean them in the dishwasher once. But that's kind of neat. You got that. I think those two will be the main ones I use if I make gingerbread stuff. So that's going to go back up here. We can continue rolling here. There's nothing too exciting in here. There's some coffee urns in here in the back. We have a hand mixer. It's your standard. Oh, that's the KitchenAid one. So that would have been my mom and dad's one. So that's the classic 3 model. That's pretty neat. And up in here, this is more storage where I have the a professional quality measuring thing that I got that at the Salvation Army. That's the lid for the microwave that when you cook in there, that's pretty standard stuff. And we have the two bacon trays right here. See, it was a bit dirty. Now this other one here, some people may not have seen this one. This is kind of unique. My mom and dad were big on these. They're quite old now, and they would cook the vegetables in the microwave in that, right? So as we put this back up here, we got a funnel. You don't need to see that, but this is kind of a unique system here. A unique for doing poached eggs. Like, right, you put your water in the bottom and you cook your eggs in that. So that's kind of unique. It's not a thing my mom and dad had. We use it once in a while. It's not something you use a lot, but that goes up in there. And we'll put this in here. We're gonna go over to this side now, and if there's nothing in there, but if Shannon can just back up a little bit, we'll continue rolling opening stuff out that I think should be on the show. We have 2 of these pans. When you're doing your pasta, you pour the water into it, and it can sit into that, right? We have 2 of those. And here we have another frying pan. It's got a unique handle to it, so I can put that right back in. I also put these back while we're doing it. We can still roll here and film. We got your standard cookie sheet for cooking. You have an extra thing we can use that in the trailer. I don't have a trailer yet, but if I did have one. We have a Hamilton Beach, I think it is, grill. Yeah, it is Hamilton Beach. That's a grill there to cook hamburgers or hot dogs on, or chicken, whatever you want to cook. Right, so we're closing in. Another time we're going to take a break, but we got... Can't use it on that one, but that's the cast iron frying pan. Right, I can't use it on this stove piece. It's the kind of a glass top, but I used it when I was in the Robert Street apartment briefly. So we're going to take another quick break, and we'll show you more in a second. Hi, in this section of the kitchen here, I just have some of my cookbooks, which is kind of neat. And we got some other equipment there we use once in a while. Then we'll just pan down into here, where I got a complete set of the Grand Diplôme cooking course. That's from 1972. And I have a Christmas present years ago for my sister, the Women's Day cookbook, that I still use quite often from 1998. So that's kind of cool. Thanks again for that gift. Over here we have a Panasonic microwave that was my mom and dad, so I have a 2 microwave system. Freezer. And I'm going to show you the pan over to the freezer, right? And we got that about a year ago for about $100 off used Victoria. And we're going to pause it again, and we're going to show you what's in the cabinet here.
You're on.
I opened the cabinet, and I totally forgot that I had this. This is a cut glove that I bought off eBay a couple years ago. I should actually keep it out, so we'll put it here for now. And again, when we moved from the old bay to the new bay, they had a ton of dishes at the old bay and stuff that they weren't using, because the current location came fully equipped. So I was able to get some of this stuff. Or some of these I might have bought at a second hand, so I think maybe these ones I did. I'm pretty sure on that case. And this is another unique baking pan. You could put like a lasagna if you had a bunch of people over, which is kind of neat. Like, these are hard to get it, and unless you're lucky, like they don't sell these in Walmart. And this is a big baking pan that my mom and dad have had for years. Not sure where we got this one from, but it's got the important insert in the bottom. So we use this when we did fish and chips. Basically, we put all our fish here, say onion rings here, and on this side we will put the fries in another smaller container. We got another one of these things here. So we're just going to take another quick break, and we're going to show you some more exciting stuff.
You're on.
Okay, on this side of the kitchen we have the dishwasher here. We don't need to show you that because there's dirty stuff in, but it's a Kenmore dishwasher. We have a Keurig coffee maker. I have a Keurig coffee maker. I have a Rival mini kettle because I don't really drink a lot of tea, but it's there if I need it. We open up here. We have plates. I have the stuff for the Folgers coffee, the Keurig coffee. We have the sugar here. We have, when you're making hot dogs and fries, you gotta serve it right. Like, you just can't put it on the plate. You gotta have the proper stuff, like. So that's kind of unique. We have unique Corningware serving dishes, 2 of those, right? When you make your ice cream sundaes, it's got to look proper. You just can't stick it in any bowl. Or you could. This is kind of unique. I got 3 of these. These were from, I think I got these in Nanaimo at a Salvation Army.
Yep.
On one of the episodes, and that's kind of unique, right? And normally, oh, I got to pull something out of the dishwasher. Normally there's some unique plates there. I'll just pull one out to show you. I know it's dirty, but we haven't washed it yet. These are from the old Hudson's Bay in Victoria, before we got our new plates. And the unique thing is, you look on the back of this, and they're made by, oh, I can't quite read it, but it's got the date when it was made, 7/69, so that'd be July 1969 that was made. So that's almost 49 years old, right? And it's still around. Like, and I got a few of those. I got at least 4 of those or 5 of those. Oh, and here's the mini frying pan I was telling you about earlier, right? I know it's dirty, but we're washing it out. That's why I got that mini flipper, right? So that goes in there. And over here, we showed you all this. That's just more bowls and stuff up there. So we're gonna move over here and show you up in here. We got my Red Lobster cup. That's my favorite beer mug right here, right? So we'll put that over here. We got some, these are out of Ladysmith. There's an auxiliary secondhand store there. Obviously somebody scammed these from the Royal Caribbean Cruise Line. And so we got that, right? We got up here another ice cream parlor type thing. Shannon will just pose the camera up there. There's lots of unique dishes there, like, right? It's kind of unique. Up there, we don't need to take it down, but we got a rival grill. You can see the rival grill up there. We got a Toastmaster, which we're going to feature in another episode, the frying pan, right? This section over here features my
coffee mugs.
Coffee mugs and stuff, and the unique square coffee mugs are good. I know Shannon loves using those.
No, I don't.
I have a couple more of these in the dishwasher. There's a tomato soup one, mushroom one, and all that. And I also have this style as well, right?
Yep.
So up there, there's a butter dish. We have a butter dish here. And we have a set of knives. I'm not sure if I mentioned it, that my friend Bill bought that. We won it in a contest at the golf tournament years ago, and he gave me that. So thanks, Bill, for that.
Thanks.
Maybe the most important thing in the whole kitchen is this AccuTemp temperature, which is in Celsius and Fahrenheit. And as you can see, when we do cooking on the grill, we always refer to our indoor grill for the different temperatures that's required. So we're still going to roll here. We're just going to back. Shannon's going to back up a bit, and we're going to show you what's on here. These are unique, some things that I always keep my stuff well. When I use it, I always put it back in the original box so it stays like new. That's a rival can opener, right? I use it regularly. This here is a mini chopper, right, for if you're doing, like, if you want to chop fine onions or tomatoes or carrots. In this case, they're using it for. So I use that from time to time. We don't use it every day. And right here, honestly, I've not used this yet. This is still brand new in the box. I probably had this about 8 or 10 years. It's a mini Hamilton Beach drink blender, right? So that's the one thing I haven't used. And we go to the unique stuff here, right? This is here. Oh my God. I was thrilled when I got this in Ladysmith. I kid you not. This is by the Kitchen Club. This is the onion blossomer. This is how you can make your onions nice and fancy. That is good. Right. Equally useful is the clever egg cracker. Like, you put your egg in that and you crack it with this device, and you don't get your hands dirty. This is an as-on scene TV product that failed miserably. So it's $1.25 at the dollar store. So it's kind of a joke thing, right?
Yeah.
And this here, this is good. I know this is, I'm serious. This is made by the Presto Company. This is the Above All can opener. Mounts under any kitchen cabinet, easy to install, easy to clean. I got this up, I think this is again in Ladysmith at the second-hand store there. I paid $6 for this, but it's kind of unique. Yes, I will put it in at some time. And in here, this is important too. If you're cooking more than 2 things in the kitchen, why is you use the kitchen timer and the microwave? But if you're cooking more than a couple items at a time, you want to time it. I got 2 kitchen timers. Now normally I use it for laundry, right? But you can use it for anything you need to. Up here we have a rice cooker. I'm sure you've all seen that, right? We're going to take one more break because my phone went off, and we'll show you what's over here in this cupboard here.
We're
just going to show you in the bottom of the stove here. We have more of those, like, lids in those hotel pans that they use in the restaurant. Like, got a couple of these that they gave me. These are definitely when we shut down the Old Bay. Like, I got a couple of these. and they're kind of unique because the steam table, they fit directly in, like one here and one there, so they're an industry standard size. And again, they'd be super hard to come by. And I have a collection of lids for, like when you're using the regular frying pan here, right, to cook things. So that's kind of unique. And here, this is one of my favorite pans. It's a bit dirty. I just need to scrub that. This is made by Lagostina company. It's a really top of the line frying pan that I use quite often. And it's right behind it here is another pot. This is also made by Lagostina company. This is it's a Casabella line. So that's kind of unique. And it's got the lid. I'm not sure if that's the proper lid for it, but it does fit pretty good. There's a tiny hole in it for air escaping. And we showed you in there. And we showed you in here, didn't we? All the cups and stuff. So in here, as we'll back the card up here, we'll put the phone. The phone can stay there. That can go there. In here, oh, I'm big on these. These are all from the second-hand source. Like when you're mixing eggs or something for a project or whatever you're doing, like French fries or onion rings. I know I have more than enough of these, but when you're cooking, it's just easy to grab one. Right, so we'll keep that there for a sec. These here are kind of unique. I use this for dipping sauces if you're making like shrimp or something. Like fried shrimp, you put your seafood sauce in that, so that's kind of unique. In here, we have, again, if you're just doing something and need something to put something in, a miniature wok, I guess, if you will, if you would call that. And so that's kind of unique. We have another frying pan. Here, this is, I'm not sure what brand it is. This looks pretty good though. I think that was from my mom and dad's. In here we have, oh, look. Oh, it's a miniature grater. Right? And a miniature frying pan. This will definitely go in the trailer if I ever get a trailer. Down the road, the goal is down the road to have a little camper trailer. But that's, you can dream. It may never happen, but you can still dream. So we got a text from Noel. What's Noel saying? Keep rolling. Okay. So we're just going to reply to Noel Lonsdale. Okay, me too. What are you doing for dinner? Asking her what she's doing for dinner. So we don't know what we're doing it either. Anyway, we got another miniature thing. I don't know why I have so many of these things, but we do. Maybe it's an addiction. Maybe it'd be an intervention for kitchen collecting. And here we have, this is actually, some of this stuff's kind of unique. This is a Dura brand sandwich maker. And I know this, my mom and dad had it. Oh, no, sorry, this is a waffle maker.
Oh, wow.
That's a waffle maker. So we should definitely feature that in an episode one day. So we'll just put it back there. And I remember now, me and my dad and mom use it a bit like. And in here, we're going to show you, we got another lid here. That's for a pan or a pot that's in the dishwasher. And here we have new. Sometimes I'm obsessed with kitchen stuff. I buy brand new stuff and never use it. This is a Tefal mini frying pan. All these were probably on sale. Like this is definitely from Canadian Tire, this one. And it was probably like $6 or $7. They have fantastic sales sometimes when they're overstocked. So that's made by the Raw company. That's pretty good quality for your household kitchen. You probably wouldn't use it in an industrial situation. We got another one of these. You could slice tomatoes if you're having a barbecue somewhere. You slice tomatoes, put parchment paper in the bottom, put your tomatoes in that. We have another unique, another Lagostina Sorrento brand this time. That's kind of unique. Like there's probably $35, $40 if you were to buy it in the store. Another guy like Matt, that's his brother here, so we'll put them together. There they go together. Right? We're almost getting to the end here. But in here, this is from, again, this is out of Ladysmith, I think.
Yep.
Right? Another unique for your gravy, like. Right, you put your gravy in there, right?
Yep.
And muffin pans, we don't need to show you. Y'all know what muffin pans are, y'all. We'll bring this down to show you that yes, I do have one of these here, and we'll just take a break and we'll show you something exciting about that.
Right.
As we continue on, we'll still roll. We got one more text here. It's from our friends Ken and Deb. Okay, thanks. See you then. They're going to try to meet us at Romeo's before 4:30. Oh, sorry, we're still live here. Didn't realize we're filming. But that's all great. Anyway, we got our Corningware dish here, right? And this is kind of unique. It's made in Canada. It's for range and microwave. It's a 6-cup one. When they say range, range oven, yeah. That's right, it goes in the oven. This is a 6-cup one, and this is the one that we were telling you about earlier, right? See, this is unique. This goes on here like this, then you turn it like that, right? And then you can use it like that. Well, Shannon said don't go over the floor with it, but I'm pretty confident it's going to be okay. So there you go. That's kind of unique, right? Like not many people have that or even know what that is. So that's going to go back in the drawer. We're just going to move the cart out of the way. See if there's anything unique up here. There's a couple things we'll bring out. This is your standard angel food cake, right? Right, your standard one. And then here we have another style one, right? This is a little bit different. See, this one here, it has the things on it because that won't fall out. Like picture it if you're cooking, like this is gonna, we'll put it on here. See, when your cake's out, these feet are gonna hold it from being up, right? But this one sort of works on a different principle, where it has the inner spout part or the inner chamber held up. So that's kind of neat. Got two of those. There is a cheesecake pan up in there. We don't need to bring that out though. And we got more of this stuff here, right? So we've cornered the market on it, like trying to drive up the world prices. We have another bowl that I totally forgot I had, so that's definitely going up in there with the other ones after, because I thought I needed another big one. And we got another unique little frying pan here.
Oh, wow.
Right? That's a Sarfit one. And in here we have a cheese cutter thing that I'm actually going to leave out, because we could have used that the other day. Right?
Yep.
So I think that about wraps up for this episode of Cooking with Coach Rob, the kitchen tour. If you have any questions, please send a message below. Hit the like and subscribe button. And thank you for watching. Thanks.